Looks like this is happening. Everyone, say hello to Duke. This is take 2 of this video because I tried to film it yesterday and for some reason my audio was not working. So I had cute footage of me and Duke doing my September wrap-up and my October TBR video. And the audio was really bad. So here we are again. And you guys are gonna have to excuse me. He normally doesn't sit with me when I'm doing these videos, but for some reason, the last couple of days, we have been doing this, even though there's a perfectly good reading chair right there. A very spacious reading chair, I may say so myself, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm gonna combine both my September reading wrap-up and my October TBR because in September, I only read 3 books. Unfortunately, it was a very busy month for us. It's the month where we got Duke. We also had to deal with a few major things that have flipped our lives around. So yeah, we are just coping. And I don't really want to say much, but we're dealing with it and we're coping with it and we're trying to move on as best as we can. That being said, I only read 3 books this month. If you guys have been watching my latest videos, you will know that I have been reading the Harry Potter series for quite some time. And so this is the month that I actually finished reading the entire series. I finished it with the last 3 books in the series, starting off with Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I only gave this one a 4 because it wasn't my favorite. I almost feel like this was kind of like a filler book. I didn't enjoy it as much. I love Harry Potter. I love the series as a whole, but this is the only book that's getting a 4. And I'm really sorry. My dog is sitting on my lap right now, so we are trying not to be distracted by that. If you could see, that is my current situation. This ottoman is not big enough for the both of us, but he doesn't care. So all I have to say is that Duke has been nothing but a blessing in this family, in my season of life that I'm in right now. If you guys love dogs and if you haven't, rescued a dog at a shelter, I suggest you do. If you are in need of a companion, here I am trying to talk about books as I feel and sound like an infomercial. I'm saying dogs are the best thing ever, you guys. We were blessed with Duke. He has the best personality in the world. We love him so much. He just enhances our family. If you're feeling down in the dumps and you feel like you need a best friend or a companion, definitely get a dog. And may I suggest getting yourself a pit bull because they are the best dogs with the best personality traits. All they want to do is love on you and hug your pillow and your blankets and cuddle with you, and it's just the best feeling ever. Anyways, moving on. This was a 4. Not my favorite. Still a good book, but just not my favorite. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This was a 5-star, by the way. I had no idea that, I don't know, the things that happened in this book, the things that occurred in this book, I had no idea were going to be the way they were. I had no clue who the original Half-Blood Prince was very shocked. Had no clue. How shall I say this without giving anything away? I had no clue that I can't say anything without giving anything away, but in the end, you really learn what your characters are, and you are really fooled by thinking one thing throughout the whole entire series and then it not being the case. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, I feel like as the series and the books progress, it does tend to get a little darker and heavier. I don't even know how many times I felt so bad for Harry and how many people and characters he's lost along the way that have made me so sad. There's one specific character, if I'm not mistaken, in this book, I think. It might be in this book or the previous book, but I think it happened in this book, where we lose that character. He dies. He was one of the best essential side characters that you will ever come to love and adore in a long series like this. And he dies, and it makes me so sad because the movie doesn't even bring that to light. The movie doesn't even show that. So I was very devastated and sad that that happened, or at least I haven't finished the movie yet, but where we're at, it hasn't even shown that he has died. And I'm wondering if it's going to be skipped altogether. The very last book I read in the month of September, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, another 5-star read for me. What I really loved about this book is that throughout the entire book, you almost feel like this is kind of an unfinished series. You have no idea how everything's going to be wrapped up in a bow and finished the way that you would want a good long series to finish like this. I love being able to take a glimpse into the future of these characters, who they ended up with, what their love interest was, the kids that they had, like who they married. Like I really enjoyed that, and I think the author did a really good job at tying everything up with a bow. That was my wrap up. Sadly, I did read good books because they're all Harry Potter books, but I only read 3. Which is probably the lowest I've ever read in my entire booktube life. Now I want to talk about all the books that I plan on reading. I really want to get to this book in October because I just feel like it's rich with the gothic, atmospheric vibes and something that I'm really looking forward to this month particularly. The classic romantic suspense tale of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I have no idea how to say her last name. I know this is not the right way to say her last name. I can't wait to read this book. I've never read any book by this author, and I've heard that this is the best book to read in the month of October just because it's eerie and it's creepy, it's atmospheric. It's about a woman who marries a widower. She moves into his beautiful estate, not knowing that she is being haunted and followed, I guess, by his previous wife, Rebecca. So I'm really interested in this. I think this is going to be such a good book, especially in October. In Monte Carlo, our heroine is swept off her feet by the dashing widower Maximum de Winter and his sudden proposal of marriage. Orphaned and working as a lady's maid, she can barely believe her luck. It is only when they arrive at Manderley, her husband's cavernous estate on the Cornish coast, that she realizes how vast a shadow his late wife Rebecca will cast on their lives, introducing a lingering evil that threatens to destroy their love from beyond the grave. I don't know, did he murder her? I don't know. Can't wait to find out. This next book I actually wanted to read in the month of November because I just feel like it looks like one of those books that I would enjoy then. But I also know that reading a lot of these darker books and maybe dense fantasy books, I feel like this would be the perfect comforting, cozy book to read as a palate cleanser. If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I've heard nothing but great things about this book. For those people that have read it, have said nothing but amazing things. This is a small town cozy romance set in the fall, obviously. I think it is a single dad. Look at our FMC and her dog. I just love this so much, and I love this cover so much. Get comfy with this cozy slow burn romance set in the autumnal glow of the 1997 small town Vermont. I have always wished that we can go see and visit Vermont. Vermont has been one of those states that I would love to live in. Like, if any of you guys live in Vermont, please tell me this is what it looks like in the fall. I mean, look at this. It's like one of our dream places to retire in. When my husband retires, we are either thinking about retiring in Tennessee, which if any of you live in Tennessee, please let us know, or this would be actually my first pick, but I feel and I fear that it's very expensive to live in Vermont. So let me know if any of you guys live there. I can't wait to just have those cozy fall vibes set in a small quaint town. I think this was All Crate's August or September pick, YA pick, and I can't wait to read it because I feel like this would be atmospheric for what I'm looking for in October. Blood Moon by Brittany S. Lewis. I don't know what this is about. I think it has vampires and werewolves. Look at the sprayed edges on this. The goblet, the bloody goblet. I'm assuming that's a blood and not wine. Marabella Owens grew up with the legends of wolves that traveled to her Midwestern town to protect humans from vampires, of a werewolf that fell in love with one of the undead, unraveling a blood-soaked history. But Mira stopped believing in those fairy tales years ago. She stopped believing in a lot of things after her mom left without a trace when she was only 13. As Mira begins her freshman year at Lakeland University, she's ready to leave the past behind her, only the past isn't finished with her yet. Strange animal attacks are occurring around campus, reopening cold cases tied to her mother's disappearance. And the only person who seems to know anything is Julian Santos. My husband just got home from grocery shopping and my dog needed to investigate, so He's back. And the only person who seems to know anything is Julian Santos, the boy who is hell-bent on getting Mira to leave campus for reasons she can't begin to understand. But Mira refuses to let him keep his secrets, not when the truth is the difference between life and death. I don't know, you guys. I can't wait to get to this one. It sounds like it's got vampires, werewolves, there's murder. I'm assuming there's murder. Yeah. Reopening cold cases that tie into her mother's disappearance. I wanted to read last month, but I didn't get the chance to get to it. So I'm hoping that this month will be the month I read it, because I feel like it's going to be such a great book for October. I've also heard really great things, and this is this author's debut adult historical dark academia fantasy romance, I'm assuming. Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. Today is the release day for this. I can't wait to read this book. I think this is a professor-student relationship. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but I've heard great things. I really don't want to read any more into it. It's a very short book. I feel like it's going to be one of those books where I have such a good time. Another book that I wanted to read last month that I really didn't get a chance to read, but I'm hoping to get to this month because I just feel like I'm finally transitioning into my sad girl era, which is normally November, but because I started the fall earlier this year, I feel like I need a good book that's just gonna give me a good cry, and I feel like this one's gonna be it. The Heartbreak Hotel by Ellen O. Clover. I've heard great things about this book. It's about a woman who gets her heart broken. I think she gets cheated on or something, and she decides to open up a bed and breakfast for those who have had their heart broken. I believe she falls in love with her landlord. I do believe this is set in the fall as well. A bed and breakfast for the brokenhearted might hold the key to another chance at love in this achingly hopeful debut romance. Really piqued my interest because, again, it's about witches. It's probably set in the fall based on the cover, and it just sounded so interesting. This is from L'Oreal. Figured I'd pick it up this month because it's perfect for October. Song of the Hell Witch by Taylor Hartley. I mean, look at this cover. This is just gorgeous, okay? This is L'Oreal's copy of this book. All I know is basically a little blurb on the top, which already piqued my interest. Rekindled romance spreads new wings in this atmospheric romantic fantasy where magic empowers women trapped inside an oppressive patriarchy. Now, I don't know why I haven't gotten to this book yet. This was another one of L'Oreal's books for September. I just can't wait to read it because it's set in the same world and it's beautifully written. It's poetic, it's lyrical, it's flowery writing. I love. Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. This is set in the same world as Divine Rivals was, but I think it's a romance either between a goddess and a god or a goddess and a human. I'm not really sure, but I've heard that this is even better than Divine Rivals. Okay, so those are like my top tier books of, I don't know, when did I read those books? Like 2 years ago, a year ago? I don't know, but they were my top tier best books of all time. If this tops that, I just can't wait. I'm not sure if this is going to be another duology. I think it might be. I don't know. Dear Matilda, I wrote, I let the words flow for her, and when the ink dried, I gave my very heart to the fire. I'm so excited, you guys. Does this mean that it's going to have letters again? I can't wait for this one. This one makes me really, really excited. And I'm not sure if this one is set in the fall, but I mean, the cover looks fallish. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I've heard that this is a really good book. It's fast paced. The world building is great. The magic system is unique, if I'm not mistaken. The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bavellino. I don't know what it's about, nor do I want to look too much into it, but it looks really good. Love, Loyalty, Sacrifice. Gray Flynn has dedicated her life to her mage, Kyre. She will be his blade on the battlefield, his healer and protector. The deep well of raw power inside her is Kyre's to use. Gray would do anything for Kyre, be anything for him, if he would only ask. When a quest to protect the child of the enemy kingdom pulls them into a dangerous heart of their nation's war, Gray and Kyre will need to decide what they are willing to sacrifice to protect their secret. For Gray is no ordinary magical well, but heir to the lost island of Locke, the root of the power. If she dies, all magic dies with her. The Second Death of Locke is a devastatingly romantic epic fantasy about the undying bond between a knight and their mage. I don't know, but sounds really good. Look at that. I like how she is the protector and not our main male character in this one. The last book that I'm currently reading right now, I'm only on page 120 and I will be working my way through it. I don't even think I will finish it this month. I will try, but I'm kind of stuck because it is so dense and like, I don't even know. The magic system is confusing. I'm having a hard time connecting with the characters. And if you guys are in the same boat, please let me know. Or if you guys are enjoying it, let me know like how. And that would be Alchemized by Cindy Lin Yu. I don't have the book with me. It's looking at me. I forgot to totally put it in the stack. But I am on page 120 of that book. And for some odd reason, I am having such a hard time connecting with the storyline, the plot, the characters. It is so dense with info dumping that I just lose myself and get distracted, and I don't find myself enjoying it like I should. I don't know if it's because it's not the time for me to read it. I don't know if it's because I'm just not in the mood. Whatever the case might be, it's not going very well for me. I don't know if it's because I should have read Manacled first, and if you have, which I've heard you don't have to because this is a completely different story. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what it is, but I've heard amazing things, and at this point, at page 120, I feel like people are already having emotions while reading it, and I am having zero. So if you guys are reading the book now, let me know what your opinions are. Don't give me any spoilers, obviously, but yeah, is this the kind of book that I just have to like work through until it gets to the middle of the book? Because it is 1,024 pages, you know? So there's a lot of story there, but right now I'm just not enjoying it. So that's it. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!